Hello, YouTube land. Welcome to Escatawba, Mississippi. Thought I'd bring the boat out today and try to do a video out here. I left off with some of my Bigfoot stories. And actually, on May the 8th, 2018, I was traveling down I-65 and I just came out of Louisville, Kentucky, and I was coming into Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And I'm driving the semi and I'm on I-65 headed south, and I was coming up in the Shepherdsville area, which is kind of a small community. It's not really a lot of even wooded area, so I was really shocked at what I saw there. But I'm coming up on this overpass that went over the highway. And this was an overpass that was just a road. It did not have any off-roads where you could get on or off the interstate there. It was just a road going over top of the interstate. And it had all these really good-sized rocks stacked up at, went up underneath the overpass that they build there to hold the roads up. Sometimes it's pavement, this had just some big old rocks. Well, at the edge of these rocks, this is about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun was still up. It was really hot weather. And I'm driving along southward with the cruise control on, and I see at the edge of these rocks, about, 3-4 feet into the edge of these rocks that kind of started going up underneath that overpass, but it was just this side of the overpass. And there was this dark colored Christmas tree shaped object, and it had flowingness to it. As the cars would go by, it would flow. And I assumed, I'm a plant person, I have a lot of unusual plants, and the first thing that came to my mind was, wow, that's a unique looking tree. It's real dark colored. I wonder what kind of tree that is. So I'm coming up on it and I'm watching it, and I let my foot off the gas, and when I let my foot off the gas, releases the cruise control when I hit the brake, and it makes my jake brake come on, and my jake brake goes pretty loud. Well, I'm coming up on this thing, and as the jake brake goes off, I'm watching it. The thing stood up. It was a Bigfoot Sasquatch. It was a male. The thing was between 9 and 10 feet tall approximately. And it had the most human looking face. It had beard hair, sideburns, but the rest of its face was clear of hair, and its eyes, I'll never forget that face. It looked at me and it was pissed off. It had a pissed off look on its face, like I disturbed it. And it turned away from me, and 3 steps it was at the top of those incline of rocks going up to the road. And I'm watching it out the side view mirror, and I'm going past, and as soon as I go under the overpass, right on the other side of that overpass, there was a herd of does munching out on grass and stuff. And I got to something junction just south of there, a couple hours down the road, and I stopped at the Pilot overnight, and I got on my laptop and I started, looking at Bigfoots, and I started learning a lot more about Bigfoots. And from what I gather, and this is my thoughts, I think that one's job was to get the deer that the ones coming down the hill were going to run them deer out in the road so they could have some easy dinner. I really believe that's what was going on there, because from everything I've learned, if you see one Bigfoot Sasquatch, there's always more. They hang in family groups. They hunt together. And I do believe that there was probably some coming down that hill, which I didn't see, But my thoughts, making sense about all this, was that, yeah, I think there was some coming down that hill going to run them deer out in the road. And when they got hit by cars, I think that one's job was to scavenge the deer so that they would have a free meal. I really believe that's what was going on. So that happened May 8th, 2018. and clearly daylight enough for me to see. I know what I saw. And you know, if I'd have had a dash cam in my truck, it'd have been on video. But you know what? I have 2 dash cams now because I'm not going to miss nothing else. So that's that story. If you have a story that you would like me to tell, you can write it in to me. The P.O. box is listed down below in the box down there. And please subscribe, like, share. And you can also email me at tuckertruckercryptid@yahoo.com. That's also down in the box below. Leave your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Sounds like we might get a little thunder boomer, but a lot of times they pass us by out here. But we're taking the afternoon off, and before we go back out on the road, and we're having a little bit of fun at the river. So thank y'all for listening in. God bless.